light on this. But thirdly, most importantly, was it about the community or these nefarious people that were perpetrating crime? Then why did the community have to suffer for it? Why was the community on lockdown? Why didn't the governor get access into the community? Why were they on lockdown? Okay. And what's the aftermath of your actions there? Because we've been seeing all sorts of pictures. I want you just to make clarification. What's the aftermath of your action? Are people going back to Okuama now as we speak? And were lives lost in those communities by your actions? Because, you know, you use the word flattened. Oh, if it was before, we'll have flattened. And that cringed me that, Oga Musa, we're in democracy. We are no longer, you know, a military regime. So should words like that even be used in the first place?
Thank you. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you're watching what's ongoing in, you're watching what's going in Ukraine, Russia. You're watching what's going in with Hamas and Israel. We're not doing that. We try to do things differently this time around. The aftermath definitely will be that gradually when we finish the cordon and search operations, and cordon and search operation means we are searching every nook and crannies within the community. Because we know that a lot of weapons, because they have a lot of illegal funds, money from crude oil theft, they have bought a lot of weapons. During the disarmament exercise that was conducted, a lot of them didn't hand over all they had. And because it was in the riverine area close to other countries, they have ways that they also bring in weapons. Because it was because they had weapons, they were able to perpetrate this again. So it is for us to thoroughly clean the community and ensure that no weapons, no explosives, nothing is left there, and that none of them is hiding. And I can tell you that at the end of it, the communities as always will always go back and rebuild. We're working together with all the communities. Nobody is doing anything to impinge on their rights. All we want is that we're conducting a search. Since it's an ongoing operation, we don't want them to come in and then they will be mistaken for being antagonists, and so that they be shot or something. You mentioned the issue of flattened. Well, I use that because I told you during conventional warfare, when countries were fighting countries, it would have been, the way out. I'm sure, I know you read a lot. I'm sure you have watched World War I, World War II. You have watched Desert Storm. You have seen what actions were taken, how communities were decimated completely. But this is Nigeria, and this is the armed forces of Nigeria. So we're duty-bound to protect Nigeria. So nothing will happen. Nothing will happen to them. As soon as we finish the cordon and search, and we're sure there is nothing like that there, they will have access to their own communities to go back. But again, let us take it up truly. Like I mentioned earlier, those communities know these criminals. Some of them benefit from these criminals, these acts of criminality. And so if they say they don't know them or they are not aware, then they are far from the truth. But like I said, investigations will unravel most of these aspects, and we remain very, very professional.